Hello and welcome to the Pickle Jar. My name is Josh and in today's video I'm going to show you how to paint a glowing Gauss rod for your Necrons. Pickle Jar! Pickle Jar! Miniatures! Excellent! Hi guys and welcome back to another tutorial here on the Pickle Jar. Now last week I put out my Let's Paint for the Necron Immortal. If you missed it, there'll be a link in the top right hand corner and that video has been very well received. And I had quite a lot of people messaging me on various different social media platforms asking how I managed to achieve the glowing effect on the Gauss rods. Now Games Workshop are putting out a new paint which is supposed to help you achieve sort of like a glowing fluorescent green look, but it's not with us quite yet, and if you want to know how I achieve this look, then stay tuned for the tutorial coming up. Just want to say before we get started that if you are enjoying the content that we're putting out here on the Pickle Jar, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below, let me know your thoughts, and if you're new, please consider subscribing so you can keep up to date with all the videos and tutorials that we put out in the future. With that shameless bit of promotion out of the way, here we go with the tutorial. So here he is. This is Terry the Immortal. Say hi, Terry. Hello. And he's going to be getting his Gauss rods painted today. So first off, I'm putting a nice base coat down of Ulthuan Grey. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I could be wrong. Now, it's important to get a nice bright base coat down, just because the colours that we're going to be putting over the top are nice and bright, and you want that neon look. It's easier to start from a sort of white base coat. Now, I know that this is grey, but this paint goes on really well over black, so it's easier to put a coat of this on rather than having to put sort of multiple coats of pure white on. Once you've got a nice, full, clear base coat on, we can move on to the next step, which is my personal favourite, moot green. So we're watering this down a little bit and then once again just covering over the entirety of the Ulthuan Grey that we've just put down. Now you want to make sure that this is nice and even and that it's not patchy, there's no white or grey showing through anywhere. And this is going to be your base green colour for the entirety of the rods. It's a lovely bright green and it's even brighter when it's been applied over the top of the grey. Once that's all on and dried, it's time to take some Warpstone glue, water this down quite a lot so that it's more or less a wash, and then what you want to do is just very slowly, very gradually add it to the top and the bottom of each rod. Now you want to leave the recessed areas in the moot green because we're going to cover over those later on. All we're doing now is darkening down the furthest away parts from the recessed areas, because how I'm painting them is that the glow is coming from the recessed areas, and obviously the further out you go, the less the glow is going to be on the rod. So you want to darken them down a bit. So you're watering down this Warpstone glue, adding it on gradually, put it on the top and the bottom of both rods, and then once this step is complete, it's time to move on to the next step. The next step, of course, is to add a even darker coat onto the tops and the bottoms, less than the Warpstone glow. For this, we're using Incubi Darkness. Once again, we're watering it down and adding this onto the very furthest away areas now, right on the top and right on the bottom of each rod. Just in these middle bits, once again, leaving the recessed areas as the moot green. Now that all that is on, it's time to take some Flashgates Yellow, water this down and then add it into the recessed areas. Now you can put as much or as little of this on as you want depending on what sort of finish you want to go for. I've put quite a lot onto this guy, but you can put a little bit less on so that it's more like a yellow glaze going over the top of your green, or you can paint it as straight yellow. It really depends on what sort of look you want to go for, but you want to fill in all the recessed areas on each of the rods. And again, you can either leave the the dots that are on each of the rods as green, or you can paint them as yellow. I'm going over them and making the nice glue go all the way across, and this is what we are left with. As you can see, it's very, very high contrast, very, very bright, and once the rest of the model is painted up, it looks fantastic. So there you go, guys, that is how I paint the bright neon look on my Necron Gauss rods. It's a nice easy tutorial to follow, and it really helps your model stand out on the battlefield, and it will come in very handy with the imminent launch of 9th edition and all those lovely new Necron models. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and found it useful. If you did, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below letting me know your thoughts. And if you're new to the Pickle Jar, please consider subscribing so you can keep up to date with all the content that we release in the future. If you want to get in touch with us, you can reach us on our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram pages, the links for all of which are down below in the description and will be on the end screen at the end of the video. Speaking of links in the description, you will also find links to the Chilling Wargamers YouTube channel. The Pickle Jar are a proud member of the Chilling Wargamers network, and I am a member of the Chilling Wargamers themselves. We do a live show every Thursday at 8 PM, and we've got our own Discord server. The link is also in the description, so head on over, join us on our live show and join us in the Discord and say hi. Speaking of live shows, you can also catch me here on the Pickle Jar at 8 PM every Wednesday evening, where I will be painting something that you guys have helped decide by voting on the poll that goes out on Facebook every Monday or Tuesday. If you want to help support the channel, we have our very own merch store. If you want to get a t-shirt, sticker, hoodie, whatever you fancy, the link's down below, and everything that we make from it goes back into the channel and helps us carry on creating content for you guys to consume. That's all from me. I'll see you next week with another video.